How's it going, everyone? My name is Greg Homer. I'm with Xcel Roofing, helping the Arizona market down here expand a little bit, and we're here with Anne Lorimor. She's one of our partners. We're going to be talking a little bit about kind of how we met and a little bit of kind of the journey we're going to be on here. So first question is for Anne, of course, because we're the only two here. What are you looking to get out of the Mount Kilimanjaro hike, and kind of what's your purpose and goal behind it?
I have to start back a little before that, because all my life I've cared about kids, and I've also loved hiking. And so I thought when I started my foundation a little while ago that it's to help disadvantaged kids to know what their options are and give them a hand up so they can live lives they love and then give back. And at the same time, I love hiking, and I thought, well, if I can combine those two, it's sort of like the way some of the other organizations do, where they have runs and marathons and all these things that get publicity and money for their cause. And I want to help a lot of kids, and in order to do that, I've got to get the money for it. So that's what we're working at. I have a website called creatingexcitingfutures.org, and it tells a lot about the climb and the mountain and about the kids and all this sort of thing.
And I guess kind of, since those of you that don't know, Anne has already hiked and had set a world record at the age of 85 hiking Mount Kilimanjaro. I don't think I've ever asked you this, but is there a reason that you want to do it again? Because it sounds like there's probably something underlying that some of us don't.
Oh, there definitely is. I lost that title after 4 months, and I thought, really, I want to do this again, and I want to make it get more publicity for the kids and more money for the kids.
Nice.
And so that's what I decided to do. And I was going to do it a year ago. I decided that was 3 years was enough time. But then last year, a guy just older than I would be now climbed it. So I said, okay, I'll put it off one more year to see if I can't get that title.
So you're claiming the title. So it'll be oldest person now instead of not.
I'll still be the oldest woman, but they said they're going to make up a special title, oldest person as well.
Okay. And then I guess a little bit about kind of how Anne and I met. We was back at a Better Business Bureau meeting, and there was a woman, a friend of Anne's actually, and she, throughout the kind of whole process, someone had asked who would like to hike Mount Kilimanjaro, or hike Mount Everest actually, and I was the only person that raised my hand in the room, and of course everyone's kind of laughing. And after the whole entire kind of presentation, Anne's friend came up and said, were you serious about that? And I said, yeah, of course, it's definitely something I'd like to do. And she says, I think there's someone I'd like you to meet. And that's kind of how Anne and I had gotten kind of connected in that way. And that's why, us and Xcel, we really spread out through the community, and that's why we wanted to help Anne's nonprofits. I'm going to have her talk about that here in a minute, because she's definitely involved in a few different nonprofits, and it can kind of help everyone else get a better idea of what she's looking for as well. So do you want to talk a little bit about?
I think there's a little bit more to that story, though. I called you, and we were having one of our training hikes around town that very old couple of days, and you came. And so you've been joining our hike since, and it's been just a really good thing, and you're really excited about going, and I think that's great, because we want people that are excited to go on this trip. Yeah. Now, tell me again the other question.
So as far as, I know you have there's a couple different programs that you really cater to, entrepreneurship programs. You want to talk a little bit about kind of how those help kids?
Yes. I get my kids from organizations that work with the same kind of kids I want to help. There's Rosie's House, that's a music academy for children, and they're just wonderful, because it's been shown that if you do music, you do better in all your subjects. Millet House over in Mesa helps the whole community and is a venue for artists who don't have the money to show their own stuff, and so she sent me a couple of kids. I have this program, something called Teen Feast, where I take them to CEO Space. That's an international business mentoring and education organization. This special program for kids happens a few times a year, and I've taken 10 kids in the past few years, and there's been wonderful things that happen. One of them actually at the graduation ceremony said that she'd been ready to commit suicide, and that she was now hopeful again. And she has since married and has a child and has a couple of businesses, and I'm just so happy with things like that happen. And I help other organizations, the Family Promise, the Transitional Homeless. I work with them at my church, and I've got a couple of kids for this teen program from them in the year-long after program. Some of the kids are in. So there are just so many wonderful things that can happen by collaboration with the agencies in the community.
And is the hike just for one particular agency, or just kind of all the foster care that you're kind of involved with?
Well, the hike is to help my cause, but I will help all of these others. They can send me people and I can give them scholarships to this, and I can give them hopefully mentors more so in the future. Another program we have is the Youth Toastmasters, and no matter what you want to go into, if you express yourself easily and comfortably, that's going to be an advantage to you.
Okay.
So we hope to have a couple of those every year.
Okay. And then do you want to talk a little about kind of your background? I mean, I feel like I've only known you for a few months, and there's a ton of layers to Anne and getting to know you. In a nutshell, is there kind of, where did the passion kind of spring from to help
Let's
foster
just
care?
start back.
Sure.
First of all, we're a three-generation family of wanting to help kids. My grandfather took in 5 orphans and brought them up when an orphanage that he had an interest in failed. And my parents had a children's home and school. I used to take care of those baby orphans when I was only 9 years old. And always we've been interested in doing that kind of thing. And then we did hit sort of hard times ourselves. And my particular focus is homeless, foster, and orphan children. And one of the reasons, of course, that we experienced homelessness for a while. We traveled in a truck that my father had put ribs on, like an old prairie schooner, you know, the old covered wagons. And we traveled in that for several months without any home at all. We had my grandmother's trailer hitched on behind, and that was a homemade trailer, and that was pretty wonderful. And so after that, it was wartime, and you couldn't build, and so we had a lot, but we just lived in a tent for a while. With no water, running water, it was on the bare ground, no phone, no electricity, anything. So I can feel for these kids who have some adverse circumstances. But the thing was, we never did lose hope. There were always kind people around. And another thing that happened that really made me feel I had to do something, when I was ready for high school, the person that would be my second grade teacher paid my tuition at a boarding school in California. And I just felt like, you know, you've got to pay this forward.
Sure. Okay. And then I guess to wrap things up, how can everyone follow the journey as we move forward here?
Well, first of all, we have the website, creatingexcitingfutures.org. It tells a lot about the journey and about the background and my kids I've helped and things of that sort. Then also there are Facebook pages. There's Creating Exciting Futures as a Facebook page, and we have one called Anne's Killy Climbers, and that's where we hope to be posting the stuff daily from up there. And so people can follow it, and some of my friends are going to be posting it on their websites, and I'm on their Facebook pages as well. So people can follow if they want to, and I hope they will, because it's exciting. The climb was one of the most challenging things I ever did, but at the same time it was extremely exciting. The thing I remember best were the stars. You just felt as if they were down around your ears. They were just so bright. And of course you could see the Southern Cross over there, which you can't over here, so that was exciting. It was just a really, really, really interesting, wonderful hike. And I'm looking forward to it again. This time I trained before just by hiking, going to higher altitudes, but this time I have a personal trainer as well, Scott Marsh. He's wonderful, and he tailors your training to your age, your condition, and your purpose, so that I think I'll be in a lot better shape. But nobody should think that it's going to be easy, because it's not. But it'll be worth it.
Okay. And then for those of you that follow us on Xcel, we're going to be posting some stuff as well. I'm actually going on the hike with Anne and the rest of the group. And this was something that kind of came out of nowhere, but I'm obviously extremely excited about. So myself and your nephew Kevin and most of us are going to be taking as many videos as we can. So we're going to be posting that stuff as often as we can. As long as there's service up there, is there?
He talked from the top of the on the mountain.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah,
so maybe we'll even do something live, but definitely stay tuned. And then if you go on our main Xcel page in the very bottom under the news tab, you can see we're doing a live blog for Anne. And then we're going to be doing stuff on Facebook, and then a little bit more on the Arizona location page. It should be the Phoenix tab on there. So, and that's about it. And I appreciate you taking the time today, Anne, and everyone stay tuned.
I'm really looking forward to hiking with you and all the group, and it's going to be great fun.
Awesome. We'll see you guys next time.